So I don't know who needs to hear this, but being multifaceted is the real flex. What's up, good people? Welcome and welcome back to another video. It's your girl Alex at Defined by Alex, and I just gotta say something. Beyonce's album made me make this video. Let me just tell you why. So when it comes to being multifaceted, I don't think you understand how big that is for your future and your life. Like showcasing all of your talent, showcasing all of your interests, okay? Being good at more than one thing should honestly be fully embraced. We were not designed to just do one thing, be the same type of person for our entire life. Like, y'all, no. So when I listen to Beyonce's album, which for the record, this video is not to critique this album. However, I just want to tie it to the point I'm talking about, which is being multifaceted and how that's so good for you to be able to level up in your life when it comes to making content. Let's just say for YouTube specifically, when you are multifaceted, you can do any and everything, okay? Because one thing about being multifaceted is that you don't know what's going to stick with your audience. So as I was listening to Beyonce's album, okay, getting into the groove, trying to figure out what she's doing with this new album, where is she at in her space, I realized that this album was merely her in a new phase in her life. Like, everybody is entitled to change, okay? That's one thing. Don't be afraid to change. Don't let that be you. Change is inevitable and change is healthy. I didn't say it wasn't scary. I'm just saying it's healthy and it's good for you. So for Beyonce and her album, I was thinking to myself, like, she really made an album that's merely about her changing in her space. She's embracing that. We all know when it comes to Beyonce's music, it definitely is a get you out your seat, or when you in a car and you just gotta crank it up a little bit because you gotta vibe to the song, you know what I'm saying? What Beyonce I know is known for, on top of having like top grade performances, because y'all know when Beyonce hit the stage, baby, no crumbs are left, okay? She ate it all up. That's why she's so good at being multifaceted. You think of it, you gotta be the Beyonce of your channel and of your content career, okay? You gotta be able to be the choreographer, baby, the backup, the lead, the light crew, the camera crew. You have to know that it involves a lot of versions of yourself. Yes, I know we are one person, but we are not one-dimensional. Just because you like makeup and you want to stick to that, I don't think you should do that for the duration of your content. If you do, that's cool, that works for you. But what I'm saying is that I feel like you should diversify yourself within that makeup content. So although you want to focus on like face, I will also focus on like skincare and makeup. I will focus on making like the right contour or something that's applicable that can add layers to you being just this makeup creator. So you want to be able to grow on these platforms that are everly changing. Don't get me started about Instagram, okay? But if you want to grow on these platforms that are constantly changing, then you need to throw everything you got against this wall so you can see what's sticking and what's not working for you. And so that taps into you showcasing you being multifaceted, okay? You have to bring this side out of you. You sometimes gotta force it because what you're gonna be used to is your comfort zone. But you gotta step out of that comfort zone because that is where, baby, that's where the breakthrough happened, okay? I don't know about you, but I need my breakthroughs to get to the next level. So when it comes to being multifaceted, you can't just sit and be comfortable because what's working for you is gonna be working. That's not always the case, and sometimes that stops for a lot of people. Another thing I wanna also point out when it comes to, you know, being multifaceted, especially when it comes to creating content, is that you don't wanna niche down too much, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna have people that only show up for that one specific style of content, and then if you change, or when you change, they're not gonna be interested in that. People will literally unfollow you and be like, nah sis, I wasn't here for that, you're not doing that no more, so I'm leaving. That actually happened to me, and listen, I just gotta keep it going, okay? So if you're new here, hey, what's up? So I used to make videos about starting your t-shirt business and being in this niche space, but now I've changed my style of content, and not gonna lie, it hit me a little bit, okay? My ego has been affected because I'm not used to losing followers. I'm not used to having the amount of views that I was used to when I stayed in my niche style of content. But hey, I'm here and I'm gonna keep showing my multifaceted side when it comes to talking about the deep things, when it comes to talking about topics that we may talk about amongst ourselves and internalize these, but every so often we need to know that there's somebody out there that feels what we feel. So I'm not gonna sit up here and say that it didn't hurt me a little bit when I made the change, but also what happens through the hurt is gonna be so much more success for me in the long run. So that's how I have to look at it. A big old mindset shift definitely happened for me when it came to switching my content, but I had to realize, like, in order for me to really show me being multifaceted, I gotta make the content that is about being multifaceted. So I have to have have these full circle moments. Don't suppress your talent for people's comfort, okay? So don't just stick to one thing for the comfort of other people. They're not paying your bills, okay? They're not paying your bills. There's nothing more to say than if people are not paying your bills, then their opinion and their comfort should not affect the level that you're going in your life. If you see all these big creators, successful people or whatever that has climbed level after level, it's because they were okay with making other people uncomfortable because they wanted to change. So don't let change affect you in a negative way, okay? Meaning you're gonna have those same people want to follow you, the same mindset, and it gives you no room to grow. You have to make mistakes. That's going to be the lesson of it all, is that mistakes, of course, builds that growth and that puts you there. But if you sit up here and worried about what somebody gonna think, that all of a sudden you coming out with fashion content, you're known for talking about coffee, or you're known for talking about going to school, then you feel like people are not gonna follow you. What happens is you create a space for new followers, a whole new audience to find your content, and they go fall in love with you, okay? That's not gonna happen if you sleep on being multifaceted and you're not embracing the different interests that you have as a person. So this may make you uncomfortable about what I'm about to say, but all I want to say is that if you don't do it, then somebody else will, and they're gonna come take your opportunity. And if you don't want that to happen, I strongly recommend that you start embracing things that you love. Everything that you love, I'm sure there's someone out there that loves it too. You start building a community, your community starts engaging with you, and that is just a snowball, more like in a vertical direction, right? Because we all know snowball effect is more like downward, but this is more of a vertical growth when it comes to having people help you build your community, because you're showing them more things. You're releasing all of these good things about yourselves instead of just being in this one space, instead of being in this box. Oftentimes I feel like that comes off kind of boring too. Like, I feel like that's a blessing and a curse. Doing the same thing definitely is good for consistency, especially if it's a certain type of goal and outcome you want. Then you need to stay consistent. Trust me. I'm not sitting up here and say like don't stay consistent, because we all know that's the bread and butter of success. But when it comes to doing the same things, I'm talking about complacency, okay? Baby, one thing's for sure, two things for certain. Complacency cannot reside, okay? Complacency cannot just be the thing that you just depend on and be like, oh, I'm doing the same thing, I'm staying consistent. No. When you are complacent, that is a huge difference in being consistent, okay? So let's not mix the two. And the reason why I say that is because I used to think that because I was complacent, I was being consistent. What it really was is that I was settling and I wasn't exploring a lot of the things that I'm good at. And so now I'm here like, where the hell have I been? I need to wake up. I'm woke, okay? Your girl has woken up and she's done sleeping on herself. And that's why these videos are so fun for me to make, because I get to talk about everything that I once used to kind of fear talking about on camera. Like, I was holding myself back from the thought of talking about topics like this and just seeing what other people thought about me. Like, oh, she's making t-shirts. What's she doing talking about, you know, topics that don't nobody want to hear about? That was definitely a me versus me thing. I had to really realize that it doesn't matter who shows up. These are the videos that I enjoy making, so therefore I'm gonna keep doing them because it's what I like to do. It's what I love. I know I'm making an impact. Just because the impact may be on the smaller side doesn't mean it doesn't happen and it doesn't affect people. I hope this all makes sense. I told you I had something to say, and that is just merely embrace being multifaceted. Embrace liking a lot of things, because that's gonna open so many more doors for you that honestly I feel like you will never be able to imagine. Being multifaceted is something that I too had to learn how to embrace. Being able to say that I might not really like putting my makeup on camera, but I might pop up with a chit chat, get ready with me and doing my makeup. I have never really like thought about doing stuff like that, but I might, because I like putting on makeup when I feel like putting it on. But I also like putting on makeup and also talking about certain topics. I like making my coffee and talking about certain topics. So it's really about what I know I'm good at doing naturally and making content around that. A lot of women put on makeup as they may be talking on the phone, right? So just imagine that's like talking to you guys. I put on my makeup and instead of the phone, it's my camera. So I'm putting it all together for me, so that way in the grand scheme of things, it comes out the way that I envision it. Okay, so my visualization has to be a reality, and so I have to make the strides to do that by making the content that's going to showcase what I'm good at naturally, and it does not have to be in the same niche, okay? Okay, so I think I'm done. But that is it when it comes to being multifaceted, and why I strongly encourage that you show up as that. Show up in that space. If you're not in that space yet, then I'm sure you're going to get there, but you have to be open to try new things. You have to be willing to embrace all the things that you are interested in, because at the end of the day, not one single person was created to do one thing, okay? So that is it for today's video, y'all. I know I have talked and rambled, but to be honest with you, and I'm gonna say it here on this video, this probably is like the first video I've made where I just honestly just said no script. I'm just gonna talk. I'm gonna just see how it goes, and I'm gonna go with the flow. So I hope you guys felt what I was trying to say about being multifaceted, but now I want to hear from you. Okay, so let me know in the comments if you feel that being multifaceted has helped you. If you've tapped into it and you see the fruits of your work, let me know down in the comments. Okay, sharing is caring. But as always, y'all, don't forget to drink your water, mind your business, and always choose yourself first, okay? Because that's gonna really help you when it comes to breaking out of your comfort zone, okay? Do you choose yourself first, and don't let nobody tell you otherwise. But subscribe if you're liking the vibe, and I'm gonna catch y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.